so we're going to be registered dietitians soon. We're working on a project with St. Louis Coastal School District and the library called Book to Action, and we're bringing you climate-friendly recipe videos so you guys can cook at home. This is recipe number 2, and it's going to be a chimichurri black bean sweet potato bowl. So we're featuring fresh herbs from the garden, as well as plant-forward proteins and vegetables.
Yeah, and this meal is really tasty for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and it's super customizable. So we're going to show you what a good base is going to be, and then we really encourage you to get creative and add whatever you like. So yeah,
let's get cooking.
So we chose to use sweet potato as the base of this bowl because we had some leftover from some other recipes that we created. And we're really all about using all the ingredients that we have at home because that's going to reduce food waste, which you all really know the importance of from the book that you're reading. So you could use any other type of grain that you have at home, or any type of starch, excuse me. So we're using potato. You could do rice, quinoa, or any other type of potato.
Alright, I'm going to give you guys a little demo on some knife skills about how to cut a sweet potato for this recipe. So like Jess said, we're trying to always use up what we already have. So we have half of a peeled sweet potato and half that is unpeeled. And I'm going to show you how to cut those. Both are fine. You do not have to peel it. The peel actually has a lot of fiber in it and it's good for you anyway. So to start, you want to have your knife. You're going to hold it with your thumb and your index finger. I'm left-handed, but most of you are probably right-handed, so it would be in your right hand. And you're going to choke up on it. You're really going to get in control of the knife. A lot of times we'll see kids or people have their finger like this, and you think you have more control, and actually with that it tends to wobble a little bit more. So really be proud of your knife, take control in the kitchen. So you're going to hold it, sweet potato. You're going to cut down. You're always wanting to create a flat surface. So you could cut nice even kind of chunks here. Alright, now we have all sides are somewhat even, flat surface. Then you're just going to go in, you're going to use your claw. So you make a claw like this, and when we do that, we're preventing our fingers from getting cut, right? So we're going to go right up against our fingers and cut through if you have something easier. These obviously are a little tougher to cut, so you're just going to be careful. Again, you're going to use your claw, and you're just going to cut into planks. And we want to promote even cooking, so we're going to continue to make little planks. And then you're going to make little squares that are going to be perfect for bite-sized pieces. When you cut things, you always want to think about who's eating this and how is it going to fit on my fork, right? So these are about great size for a nice bowl, and they cook even and also will cook faster when they're cut small like this. So put those on our sheet pan, and you're going to do the same thing again. Create nice planks like this, and then just go back to the grid and cut into cubes. Alright, so to roast with the sweet potatoes, we're also going to add in some onion. So we have red onion here. Again, you could use white or yellow. But to cut an onion, we're actually going to start by just cutting another flat surface using the claw. And then we have a little bin here for our food waste. So then you see it has the root. You're going to cut right through the root. So now you have two halves, all both connected at the root. So we're going to peel off this top layer right here. And so now you're just going to cut right down the root there because we don't need it if we're not doing dicing. So we're going to make nice slices called julienne in French for the sweet potatoes. So you're going to take your claw again and your knife, and you're just going to go at an angle like that and just make nice even slices. And they can be kind of big if they're being roasted. And then when you can't hold it on a surface, flat surface anymore, you're going to flip it over and rotate it and just do the same thing. Nice even pieces. Again, we want to promote even cooking. So there we go. So now we're just going to toss half the onion right on to our sheet pan. our olive oil right here. We're just gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil all over it for a little browning. And then we have just a little bit of salt for some flavor, sprinkle that on top. And of course we have some pepper. Just right on top. And then you can just take your hands and just mix it all together so it's all evenly coated with the oil. And then we have the oven at 400 degrees. And stick it in there. Roast for about 20 minutes.
Alright, so while our sweet potato and onions are in the oven, we're going to be preparing our beans. So this is really easy. We're just going to do a couple seasonings, add a couple seasonings to it. So first you'll drain a can of black beans, and we can just pour them right into a pot. And then I'm going to add some garlic powder. We'll add some pepper, some salt, and then we're going to add cumin too. And then you can kind of just stir it around. And then lastly we're just going to add about a 1/4 cup of water. So now that I added the water, I'm going to just put it on low heat to simmer until everything else is done.
Alright, so we are going to make chimichurri sauce. So this is a great way to highlight just a simple bowl. And we don't have a lot of like big crazy ingredients, right, for the bowl. So we really want to showcase a sauce that will make it flavorful and vibrant, and what better way than chimichurri. So chimichurri is super simple. It's really just herbs, and it can be any herb that you want, but primarily you're going to do parsley and cilantro. And if you have fresh oregano, add that in as well. This originates from Argentina and really goes well traditionally on flank steak, but I think chimichurri is just a vibrant, acidic sauce that goes well on so many things. So you have some cilantro here, some parsley, we have some salt, we have red wine vinegar, which is key for the acidity. We have garlic, and we have a little bit of red pepper flakes. So we're just going to cut off a little bit of the stems of our cilantro and just toss it right into the blender. And the same thing for our parsley. Right into the blender. And then for our garlic cloves, we're going to use a lot of garlic, and don't be afraid. You really want to really showcase that flavor, and garlic is wonderful in this sauce. So you're going to take about 4 big cloves, and the easiest way to peel the garlic clove is just smash it down. And just open it up out of its shell. Just toss it right in there. So we got our garlic in there, and we have our herbs. The next thing we're going to add is about a 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. Toss that in there. A heavy pinch of red pepper flakes. Another heavy pinch of salt. And then we're going to drizzle in some oil. About a 1/4 cup here. And then we're just going to blend that all until it's a nice, smooth, creamy sauce. If you don't have a blender at home, you can cut up the herbs really finely and then just mix it with a spoon. That would work fine. And then also, you don't need to have a high-power blender like the Vitamix we have here. Any blender would be fine.
Alright, so the potatoes and the onion are all done. They're nice and roasted. So Lauren's going to work on assembling the bowl. And today we're going to top it with some sliced avocado because it's a really great source of monounsaturated fats, same with the olive oil. So this would be an example of a really healthy fat that is good at promoting heart health. And as we said at the beginning too, this recipe is really customizable. So we're choosing lime and avocado and the chimichurri as our topping, but you could also play around with maybe like a corn salsa, regular salsa, any other type of topping that will kind of stay within this theme.
So, I'm sure you're all familiar with avocados. We just want to teach you guys just real quick how to cut it safely, because I know it can be kind of scary with the big pit that it has. Again, take your knife, and you're holding it, choking it, and you're just going to cut around it. And that way you can open it up. Look how bright and green this is. Got the inside here. Then you can just take your knife again and make some nice slices right on the inside. And then take your spoon. Spoon a couple slices out onto your plate. I like avocado, so we'll do one more. And then we have our chimichurri here, nice and blended up, bright green color. Take a good, nice little spoonful, drizzle that on top. And lastly, we'll finish it off with a nice squeeze of lime. And here you have it. Black bean, sweet potato, chimichurri bowl.